Oh, I forgot to start water though. Let me do that now. And while that boots up, I will post the posts. And all the redeems are enabled. Cool. That's going. That's there. I get my music. Hey, look who's here! Hi, Cynthia. Cynthia is first. And hi, Bucky. How are you guys? So, today is going to be a very chill stream. So, first off, I didn't do a tremendous amount of walking today, but I was out for like the entire day. And not gonna lie, a grand majority of the not walking was still travel time, and I was kind of stuck. Portville. There wasn't enough room in the car. We would have had to take a train, otherwise a very expensive train that we didn't want to take. So I just sat on his lap the entire time, and it was not a short drive. So we're both really exhausted, but I wanted to do some coloring. I wanted to talk about a couple things with you guys, because I know some people might have been a little concerned, or maybe had questions about some of the stuff I'm talking about. I don't know how many people maybe didn't see, because I know I posted it on social media more so. And although I make sure that I repost all of my stuff in the media tab of the Hightailer Circle Discord, I know that just generally maybe people haven't seen it, so I'm gonna go over it. Hello, Gator. And Agent's here. Hi, Agent. Magnetamon, hello. Long time no see. Hey, yo, Mako. Yeah, we went out to eat. We got to try this conveyor belt sushi place. It was really cool. There was even a little robot that like gave us water. Like, dang guys, we are living in the future. The robot even had like a little face. I'm not normally like excited about, but bro, it has such a cute face. It was so cute. So anyway, I got to eat more than my fill of sushi. And let me tell you, I don't usually eat a lot, but if it's sushi, like, the rest of my friends were like, guys, I don't know if I can eat anymore. And it was like we need a certain number of plates to be able to win like a little gotcha bauble thing. And we had already gotten one of them, but we were like 5 plates away from getting up to 30. So Vel handled one, another friend handled another, and then I handled the rest of them. I get to have 3 different kinds of salmon. And oh my gosh, okay, so there's 2 ways you could get food with the conveyor belt. There's a bottom conveyor belt and a top conveyor belt. The bottom conveyor belt just had a bunch of sushi that was going around. Now, this is what frustrated me. Guys, I love salmon. Salmon is the best. If you like, there's 2 kinds of sushi. Like, if you're just getting into sushi, you probably want to start with either tuna or salmon, because a lot of people, it's just very easy to like one of those. So if you're just dipping your toes, you're like, I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not, best bet, try tuna and salmon. And if you don't like any of those, maybe sushi's not for you. I would recommend trying everything that you can, because maybe you'll like something, but usually if you like tuna or salmon sushi, you'll like more, or at least you'll like those. And between the 2, I really like salmon. I just think it is amazing. It's just creamier and like more delicate, I think, than tuna. And tuna's great, don't get me wrong. Oh, we had a joke going on. It sounds chicken is a chicken of the sea. No, it's the real saying is a tuna is the chicken of the sea, is because like it's kind of like chicken. You can use it for pretty much anything, and it's great, but it's kind of generic-ish, if that's what you ask. Then that's what you ask. That's not what I meant to say. If you ask me, that's what I meant to say. Yes. But I like salmon. Every time, here's the point. I'll get to the point, guys. Every time the conveyor belt goes around, we were at one of the first tables around. Every time we saw like the little sign that says salmon, all the salmon was already gone. Every time it came around on the conveyor belt, it was gone, because they had like a little sign saying, oh, next up, this fish, this kind of sushi, this thing. And every time the salmon sign would come around, like there would be typically 1 or 2 or sometimes even 3, rarely 3, plates put up with each different kind of sushi. So if it said salmon sockeye is coming up, there'd be 2 things next to it, and if the lid was flipped up and the sushi was gone, you know the sushi was gone. So every time it came around, my favorite fish is gone. I was really mad about it. So anyway, bottom conveyor belt had every different thing, and it was just going around tempting you every time. And then the top one is fun. So there's a little screen where everyone can click, and essentially you could order things that weren't on the conveyor belt, or you could order something that kept getting taken. It took about like 3 to 4 minutes to actually get there, but like let's just for perspective, the bottom conveyor belt moves like an inch or 2, or a half an inch to 2 inches per second. It's very slow. But that gives you an opportunity to grab stuff. Like you had about, I would say roughly 15 to 20 seconds to decide if you wanted the food that was on the plate. And so it would be gone if you didn't take it in that time frame. But the top one, oh my goodness, it moved at lightning speed. So like you would order, like I would order the salmon because I was pissed off that people kept taking my salmon. So I ordered a bunch of plates of salmon, and it zoomed to the table, and like I was a little worried at first because I was like, you know, if you order something, how do you make sure that none of the other tables takes it? Bro, there's no chance. There is no chance. It moves too fast. So yeah, I just think, the top conveyor belt is really cool. And anyway, so Val was like, bro, what would happen if I ordered soup? Like, is the soup just gonna like splash all over the place? Like, what's gonna happen? So anyway, the soup was fine. It had a lid. It was on there pretty good. There's like these little tabs you had to flip up in order to get the lid off, so they know what they're doing. It was really cool. But after that, the plan was that Belle and I were gonna take the train, the expensive train. I was like, actually, that's too expensive. I can't afford to go that way and back on that amount of money. So, I was like, I'm gonna just go home otherwise. But it came up that the possibility, like, I could just sit on Belle's lap, and Belle's like, yeah, we could do that. And so 45 minutes in, 45 minutes out, I sat on Belle's lap. Bro is the best. He puts up with so much. Anyway, I just catch up with the guys real quick. The cute eyes are secretly evil, but it talks so nicely. It was like, I'm here with your order. Please take it so I can go back to the kitchen. And we're like, okay. And it turned around and we could take the water. And it's like, I'm turning around now. I was like, okay. It was like, if you need me, just call me. And it zoomed away. Like, man, that was really cool. It talked too. Yeah. Anyway, I like the robot. Spicy tuna rolls. Yeah, I can get behind tuna rolls somewhat. Spicy, not so much. But, like, have you tried salmon rolls? Or in your case, have you tried spicy salmon rolls? Like, bet. The salmon will beat it. Secretly a bear. I mean, foxes are omnivores? Yeah, they're omnivores. So, nothing's out of the question, man. The first time you had sushi was mackerel. Oh, spicy on top of it. Mackerel, I feel like, did you like it? Mackerel's a little bit more fishy. A lot of the people that I know that don't like sushi tend to not like it because they're like, it tastes too fishy. And honestly, sometimes it depends on what place you go to, because some people have better sushi than others. The quality of the fish, was it farm raised, was it fresh caught? There's differences. But some of them definitely taste fishier than others. And even when you do get like perfectly good sushi, there are some fish that just taste fishier than others, and mackerel is one of those more so fishy ones. So it's very interesting that was your first try. I hope it didn't put you off of it, because mackerel is interesting. I like it personally, but only a certain way. I told Bill I didn't like it because he looked like he wanted to eat it. But it depends on the day. Again, it is fishier, so if I'm in a fishy mood, then I will eat it. But if not, like, especially if it has a skin, I don't really like it as much. Anyway, that's my personal preferences, and nobody really needs to know that because that's a little too much. But anyway, sushi's great. If you guys have not tried sushi, I would say try starting off with either tuna or salmon. And if you're concerned about like, oh, what's in the sushi, what do I have to worry about, or anything like that, if you're scared of nori or seaweed because it's like, ew, seaweed, like, no, man, does not taste bad at all. Honestly, it's got consistency of like, I'm trying to think of a good example, because like the first thing that comes to mind is like soft craft paper, and that maybe doesn't sound the most appetizing per se, but they salt it and it has its own little like, it has its own flavor. I'm trying to figure out how to describe it, but it's just really good. And it pairs really well with rice, which is probably why they made sushi with it, other than the fact that it wraps it up very nicely. So don't be scared of nori. Nori's really good. It's very clean the way they do it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's perfectly sanitary. And some places put the rice on the outside so you don't really have to think about it. Those places are more Americanized. If you ever see a place with the seaweed on the outside, sometimes even have a combination of both. Like a lot of the more Americanized rolls where they'll have like mayo on top and all these like extra things stuffed into it, or like a sushi within a sushi kind of thing. Like those will probably have rice on the outside, because when sushi got brought over to America, nobody wanted to eat it because they're all like, what is this nasty green stuff on the outside? They're talking about the nori, the seaweed. So restaurants got smart and they started putting the rice on the outside, because if you can't see it, maybe you think a little bit less about it, right? And so that people were more willing to try it. However, it is more traditional to put the rice on the outside. It's, first of all, easier to make. Second of all, I think it's more aesthetically pleasing because you have the dark outside and then the nice light inside. And also it's just a cultural callback to the way it's originally made. So I always like to see when places are able to do the nori on the outside, because it's like almost like a sign, like, hey, we're in or at a point where sushi is socially acceptable or understood as something that can be eaten as a regular food and should not be something avoided because it's a little different, because you don't fully understand it. You know, it's really cool to see people, like Americans in my case, warming up to something that's not traditionally American. Yeah. Anyway, just to say hi to people I haven't said hi to. Hi Oz, hi Deadpool, I hope you guys are doing good. How is everybody, by the way? I just also want to make sure I'm checking in on everybody here, because I have some heavier things that I want to talk about in terms of content creation, not just sushi. So I definitely want to make sure y'all are in a good headspace, so just a heads up on that. Did he bust out the Kermit voice? Actually, I can't recall a moment then, but no, he took it awesomely, as he does. It was like, it's that or taking the super duper expensive train, and we're like, yeah, no. Oh, but after, we played golf, and the golf place had these super cool golf balls that were like microchipped, and so we were standing out, and there's like this golf field, right? And there's different holes, but the holes aren't like, you know, like the 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter, however many centimeters, actually, sorry, inches. No, we're talking like 20, 30 foot holes, just into the ground. And these balls are microchipped. And so when you hit it, it went all the way out into the field, and you would get to watch on some screens and back in real time, like exactly where it went and how it goes, and like how it tracked the score, because depending on like which hole you hit it into, like there were ones closer to us and there were ones further from us, and then how close to the center you got it. It was really cool. I've never seen anything like that, so it was a new and like inspiring thing. Like I don't know too much about golf. My experience with golf is Wii Sports, a couple sessions of mini golf whenever my dad was in the mood because he likes golf. And then like today, that's it. This is the first time I've ever used a driver. For anyone who doesn't know what a driver is, you got the stick, which is called a putt, I think. I believe that might just be the smallest one. But a driver is the biggest, heaviest one, and it can help the ball go really far because the more weight you have behind the stick, you know, the easier it is to hit something really far, right? That makes sense. And you think you messed up having sushi because you went to a Chinese diner playing Korean music with a Huh? They got all their bases covered, huh? You like your salted craft paper? That's kind of, yeah, it's a little bit what Nori is like, but it's honestly really good. Okay, you know what? It tastes like if chips were paper. Paper-like. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm sorry to make anyone hungry. I'm not gonna be talking about what place it was. What's Top Golf, though? This sounds so fun. It was really, yeah, and honestly, everyone was like questioning, like, is this your first time? I'm like, yes, my first time really doing it. I play Wii Sports, I did mini golf, but it's not like this. The form of the Wii Sports character is actually pretty good for teaching you how to stand. So like I kind of followed that and I did pretty good, I think. I messed up a couple times because I like tried new stuff and like I hit things way not where they were supposed to go. And one time I tried to take out 2 balls because I figured, hey, I got 5 shots, let me just line up all the balls, and then instead of having to wait for one each time, I'll just, pick it up from behind me. Unfortunately, on my second, upon trying to summon the second ball, it said the score for the previous ball was marked as 0. I was like, oh crud, I can't do that. So like I casually just lost an entire round of points potential right there, which hurt a little bit, but It is what it is, I suppose. Let me also just go over here, because I'm chatting now, and I might as well be here. You guys can see how tired I am. I plug in my hand checker, finally got water to sit up. Here you go, hi! Let me see, leap motion, we awake? Yup, okay, cool. Awake and screwing up already. That's okay. Anyway, hi! Whoa, okay. We're gonna be funky today. So anyway. You've had smoked fairly raw salmon before, it was really good. Are you talking about lox? Mackerel was good. Wasn't a place with a belt. Oh, yeah. Honestly, this is my first time going to a place with a belt, so I'm used to having to order as well, so that makes sense to me. And then same concept with the checker in the ball. What? That's really cool that more than one place does it. Okay. Anyway. Are there like a lot of them? I don't know how unique they are, because I just never heard of it before. I was shook when I saw it. Let me just also lock this screen. There we go, because there's a big red border around it. I'm getting distracted. I also said this would be a doodle stream. I'm just gonna open up Clip Studio Paint and get out my drawing tablet because I didn't do that already. And you know, yesterday my family was planning on eating out, and then they decided not to all of a sudden. I was like, oh, okay. Alright, I was looking forward to it, but I guess not. So anyway. Oh, why is it opening up on this side? Let me go on the other side. There we go. Then I go here, and then I share. Clip Studio. CSP. There we go. There it is. I'm just gonna be doodling as I talk. Anywho, I feel like I should actually get to what I promised I would talk about. So how many people saw the recent posts that I put up? And does anybody remember like the context kind of behind anything? Because I kind of wanna gauge how much y'all already know. Meanwhile, I'm just gonna be trying to sketch the outfit I wore today because like I was really proud of it. I went recently to a thrift store, and it's one that I get to help out with sometimes. So I kind of sometimes get stuff for free, and so I got a really cool sweater for free. I actually got like 3 sweaters. When I say for free, I mean my mom bought them, but like I don't have the money to be spending on just random new clothes, so she's like, oh, you're helping out, I'll cover it, like thank you for helping. So anyway, I can clip my hair because my leap motion seems to be having a lot of trouble. And drawing tablet is connected. Yay! I think it's having some trouble with lag, but it's okay. I will deal, I guess. I really gotta cut my nails. Okay, anyway. Ah, that was all in the same layer. They're becoming claws at this point. Anyway. So let me pull up my triangle points. I have 3 things I would like to talk about. Okay. So the first and biggest thing I have been struggling with is income and expenses. As you guys probably know, I am out of a job, so I'm having trouble. I really can't go out that much because if I go out, that means I have to take the bus, which costs money, or I have to go with my mom or my dad, or I have to bother a friend, and that's gas, and I feel like I should support them somehow for that because that's also money. And if I go out, that also means like I probably have to pay for food, and that means probably a restaurant because you're eating out, which is also expensive. I did that today. I don't get to go out much, so like today was a day. But all of that costs money, and when you don't have a job, it's really hard, especially when there are so many things that I want to do to upgrade my VTubing stuff. Like, I don't know if anybody has realized, but especially with a lot of the newer accessories that I have been working on, I'm struggling to assign keybinds to them because I'm simply running out of keys. I just have so many different accessories that I've made that it's very difficult to assign some keybind to it without accidentally triggering a pre-existing one, part of another pre-existing thing, something related to a game. And so like I want to invest in a stream deck, but a stream deck is a lot of money. So I'm just gonna have to put that on hold for a while and just try and figure out what to do about the keybinds in the meantime. I'll just, I think, activate everything manually with the toggles in water though and not assign keybinds because it's really kind of the best I can do without losing my mind. But it's like little things like that that I just wish that I could fund. And if I ever need anything, like for this year's birthday, I was honestly in a real pinch when an artist that I thought would be creating something for free, they needed it for portfolio work, and I was like, hey, would you be willing to do that for me? And I'll like advertise you as we do the puzzle. And they ended up not being able to finish in time. So I was like, okay, I've got to figure out something else. I don't think I'm gonna be able to find somebody else who can do this. So I was like, I had to like budget this. And like I came to them again, I'm like, hey, I really need this done. If I know you're like working with other clients, if this is the budget, then can you work on it? And they're like, no, I just can't. So I had to find somebody else until we found Jellyflesh, and they were really awesome, and they worked with me, but it still ended up coming out of pocket, and it really wasn't something I wanted to spend because I really want to be careful about how much I'm spending, given that I'm not getting anything back, not at least enough to supplement what's going out. So in terms of like stability, economic stuff, I really wish I could pour more into my VTubing, but ultimately because of how difficult it is to grow and make money off of doing it, I generally just don't know how much I can keep dedicating it to it, except for just what I can create with my own two hands and what the very kind people volunteering to help are willing to do as well. I rely a lot on if you guys make fan art, like go post it so I can like it and repost it on my feed, because not only is it lovely art that I am flattered to see, and that like I want to praise you for, because oh my gosh, like you did something for me. Not only is it that, but also if people see you making art of some VTuber, like, wow, that VTuber must be something else, right? Like, you went all the way and made fan art. So, like, it's also an exposure thing, and it really helps. And this is also why I want people to post it themselves, because then, like, you can see, like, you know, like, this person cares. Because if it's always me that's posting things, I feel like I don't want to look too self-centered. And it just really helps when it looks like there's a community involved, because that's what you guys are. I don't want to like take credit for anyone's stuff or anything like that. And it's just really nice to see like interactions, like you guys, like when I get genuine feedback or commentary on like stuff I do, like those of you guys who leave YouTube comments on the shorts, or even if you just like leave little hearts underneath things when I post like announcements or reminders, those give me a little serotonin boost. It's like, hey, I'm here, I paid attention, here's a sticker. I like stickers. And I really appreciate those of you guys that do that. But again, back to the main point, just in terms of like income, this isn't a sustainable job the way it is, so it's just very difficult for me to do what I really want to do with it, because I want to create projects and animations and games and everything that I have in my brain, but I don't have the funds, I don't have the team, I don't have the expertise or the know-how yet. And I really need to grow to be able to do that. Let's see what else I wanted to talk about. Oh, visibility. And let me just hydrate first. Thank you, Deadpool. Oh, and hi, Story. Hi, bye. I'm drawing the outfit I wore today. That's all. Gotta work outside to fund our hobbies. Yeah, absolutely. The only problem is like I don't treat this as a hobby. I treat it like a job. And I say I treat it like a job, but it's a job I absolutely love. This is what I'd like to do with the rest of my life. I want to get better and better and make cooler and cooler things and share it with more and more people and inspire and help and just make people smile. Like, that's what I want to do. But there are so many other people trying to do the same exact thing. I just am sometimes frustrated because I see people who don't have as much commitment, or at least in my perspective, they don't seem to be doing the same thing that I'm trying to do in terms of, oh, I stream when I feel like it. Like, you guys can come when you want, I guess. Like, I have a dedicated schedule, and despite that, some people still have a bigger viewer base than I do, and I'm so confused. I'm like, what am I doing wrong here? I thought consistency was better, right? But that's not always the case, and I think that's more like absolutely less the case. But it's still frustrating because I feel like I'm working really hard, and I wonder, like, what am I doing wrong that I'm not seeing the same success as other people, right? Honestly, what do you mean? And a hybrid vessel, howdy. You have the drive and passion to make something. Yeah, and I feel like, honestly, in this digital kind of age that we're dealing with the AI in, and like the rights that we're working on trying to protect and having to fight an uphill battle, like, content creation is already hard as it is, because, you know, you have to practice being an entertainer, you have to practice your craft, you have to market yourself, you have to be an entrepreneur. That's already hard. And when a platform suddenly says, oh, we're just gonna casually take anything you post publicly and we're gonna use it to train our AI, and you don't have a choice in that, and you suddenly have to move 2 years worth of your work over to a different platform and start all over. Like, just little things like that, over and over in every different way, shape, and form, make things way harder than they need to be. So, like, it's really hard. I'm just gonna draw some triangle eye things here. Just the star like pattern. No, I'm not Korean. Shell has them too. They're just slit like, because I think that's more ethereal being related. Like Shao is an Adeptus, and I was designing the character at a time I didn't know what Inazuma was going to be like, and I was like, hey, I'll just be the Inazuma equivalent of an Adeptus. It's not quite how it worked out, but that was the reasoning behind having the special eyes. Anyway, I liked them, so I never changed them. Oh, that's what you mean, Oz. I see. No proper streaming schedule. I see. Well, if people know where to find you, you having a big enough presence in other realms, I feel like if you suddenly say, hey, I'm over here doing something, you can interact with me, have a look. Then as long as you have a presence somewhere, that there's gonna be a good deal of people who will follow you somewhere else. Like, I think in terms of starting on Hyper, I was probably one of the bigger fish in a small pond. So I fortunately got like a pretty I don't know, what's the best way to describe you guys? Like the regulars, a lot of the regulars stemmed from Hyper. And I'm just like absolutely floored to see how many people came over. Considering it's like a whole big ask of, hey, I'm changing entire platforms, come along. And yeah, I was just really shocked to see how many people actually did. And like, according to Twitch and everything, you know, it's not nearly enough to justify giving me more than a 50% cut of what I earn on my own streams. But it's still a lot for me. I really, it feels big to me. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I'm doing the eyes quite right. Yeah, the lash should be facing down more. Yeah. The only other streamer you watch streams 6 days a week. Are they like a professional streamer, or are they corporate or something? Because honestly, if a regular person has a schedule like that, I'm like a little afraid for them. Because if they're like a small streamer, that just sounds like a recipe for burnout. Like, I'm not one to judge. Maybe they're happy doing that. Maybe they're successful doing that. But usually, at least for smaller streamers, it's something you do because you don't know what else you can do. It's like, maybe I'm not getting the viewership I want because I'm not streaming enough, but no, it's tried and tested. Streaming more does not make you any more popular. Honestly, I think the only thing it might do is set unrealistic or unhealthy expectations of your viewers that you will constantly stream, and that's not good. Because you are human and you need breaks. Speaking of which, thank you, Pata. There you go. But anyway, back to the point I was going to originally address. Visibility is really rough, and something I really struggle with, particularly. I feel like I make pretty good content. I try and make pretty overlays, and I try and just speak eloquently and talk about things I hope you guys are interested in, or are meaningful to you, or are useful to you in some way. And I don't know how to make it any better than it already is, if you know what I mean. So I don't understand why my content doesn't get as much attention from the algorithm as I would expect for what I consider higher quality content than your average brain rot, here's a meme, stuff like that. I don't want an ear. That's not what I want. I'm also just practicing anatomy here. Don't mind me. It's gonna look a little wacky until I figure it out, so just pardon me. And let me just mark those two off. But it's really, really disheartening to see, like, I worked really hard on this thing and I'm gonna post it now. And I'm super proud. And YouTube showed it to 4 people. Yay! I posted this thing and 50 million people saw it. This is not a real case, I wish. But only 3 people liked it. It's like, what do I need to do to encourage people to give back to it a little bit? It's literally as simple as clicking a little button on the bottom. How do I convince them that my content is worth that from them? And I don't know the answer to that, because if I don't know if it's the people that decide that, or the algorithm, or how the algorithm determines what's good content and what's not good content, but I just don't understand why more people aren't able to see it. Because it's down. You could be the greatest person on earth, but if nobody knows you exist, nobody can like join you, nobody can find you, nobody. It's hard. Suppose most of the big streamers kind of got either lucky or made it through a pre-established fan base and other platforms. Yeah, I feel like success is a combination of 2 things, from what I understand so far. It's a pre-established base. So honestly, getting viral right off the bat is not something you want, because you're gonna make a lot of mistakes early on. It's just something that happens as you try and get used to stuff, right? But you should make those mistakes while you're small. If you accidentally flash your credit card information to a group of 3 people streaming, you know, it's not terrible, because maybe they're all your friends anyway and they're just supporting you as you start off. But if your video got viral and there are 50 million people watching, it's a little bit more of a predicament. And also, if you have one hit video and that was like your first video, people are like, hey, where's the rest of it? And you're like, I'm new, so there is no, quote, rest of it, right? Just having content pre-established is pretty important, I think, for maintaining an audience once you've acquired it, right? And I have you guys. You guys are awesome, so thank you guys for coming back every time you come back. But I'm always trying to think of, like, how do we get more people to see? Because I don't know why the algorithm just seems to hate everything I do. And I think I've talked about sometimes, and my mom disagrees. She thinks it's a benefit. Being family friendly makes things harder as a streamer. Given that I can't collaborate with people who curse or don't make very family friendly jokes, or, you know, all that kind of stuff, I can't communicate or work with some people the same way other people can work with, because personally, it's what I'm comfortable with. But it's also what I promised to you guys. I want to create an atmosphere where you guys all feel safe and can enjoy the kind of atmosphere that I want. But, like, I get to share that with you guys, and I think that's really cool. But if the person I decide to work with isn't able to uphold that because it's not typical, it's not normal, and it's so easy to get fed up with this, like, I'm not getting any likes, I'm not getting any exposure, let me do something crazy. And usually that crazy thing is something that's drama, something that's easy clicks, something that's, you know, just not what you should really be trying to do. Or in some cases it's like not safe for work stuff, and that's just there's always a base for that, because it gets attention. It's something you'll definitely look twice at, like, oh, huh? Some people because, you know, like, oh god, oh gosh, no thank you, like, what did I just see? And some people because, you know, they have their source, they need their source, whatever. Like, to each their own, and as long as you're not hurting anyone, you do you. But anyway, it's the fact that not safe for work has become, in society, I feel like, especially younger generations, more normalized. Like, cursing in the break room at work, I feel like is so much more normalized than it used to be. And among friend groups, like, you guys know I don't curse, right? But my friends all curse. And I don't say a thing because, you know, it's not, I don't want to, like, make them uncomfortable because it's kind of the norm. I feel like they definitely rein it in while I'm around because they acknowledge, like, oh, she's not comfortable with that as much. And I really appreciate that, but there's still the matter of, like, it's still kind of just considered normal. You know what I mean? So anyway, just being a family-friendly VTuber makes visibility even harder just because it limits who I can connect with, because I have to make sure that I preserve this environment, because it is so easy to mess with, and I don't want it to be messed with, because it's a safe space. And if I say I'm safe for it, I was having this discussion a little bit on one of the posts, I really do not like it, and I think it's completely wrong for people to misuse labels like say so, clean, safe for work. Unless you're those things 100% of the time, you should proceed it with mostly safe for work, mostly clean, somewhat clean, somewhat safe for work. Because if I raid into you and you say, I'm a say-so VTuber and I like to play video games and I am here streaming sometimes on these days, like, I'm reading that, looking to read into you, or looking to become your friend if I'm going through your profile on social media, looking for, like, a collaboration, or just to see if I want to, you know, follow your content. If you say, I am safe for work, and then you go off and do something that is 100% not that, I feel really betrayed. I feel tricked. And it's a safety thing. It's a safety thing, because what if I was a child, right? And I'm like, oh, I'm on the social media. I'm going to only look at stuff that's okay for me because I don't want my mom to get, you know, mad at me. Or, you know, honestly, younger kids should not be on the internet, but I don't know how much it stops them. So, like, honestly, I'd rather them come and see my content than, you know, go to an 18+ stream and just, you know, go in head first. There are levels, and there are different levels for different people. And letting people stay safe on levels appropriate and comfortable for them is really important. And thus, it's very important to have that labeling, because it's a safety thing. So anyway, it has happened on multiple occasions that I've tried to raid into somebody say so or clean because their description says say so, wholesome, clean, something like that, and they are just not. And it pisses me off because it's really, really wrong. Please don't misuse those tags. Be clear about what you are. Don't say you're something you're not. And it's okay to not be 100% say so, 100% clean, you know, but you have to be forthcoming with it, right? Like, I will say up front, no cursing, no not safe for work. Those are very clear in my chat, right? Right? We don't do suggestive things, we don't talk about suggestive things unless it's like something like a subject matter, like, please do not do, you know, X. conversation in my chat because it's not appropriate here. You know what I mean? But yeah, I want to actually just draw the outfit. I'm like obsessing over the face and it looks terrible anyway, so I'm just gonna restart. I'm gonna do figure drawing first. Maybe I should block it in. Oh, crud. My headphones just died. That's great. Okay. Yippee! Time to be wired. Move the wire. Oh, yay, it's working. Okay. I'm just plugged in now. It's gonna be a little annoying, but it is what it is. Yeah, I don't wanna rain on anyone's party, but I think there's a time and place for different things, and I want my space to be a place where people can get away from all of that, because I don't think it's normal, or I don't find myself very comfortable with it, and I wish it wasn't normal. Yeah. And this is not good either. I do like a fashion, like, I'm out and about. It's too much of an arch. Yeah. That? Try the bean. The bean. Yeah, the bean. And then legs will go wait. Yeah, legs will go here. Shoulder will go here. Sorry, I got real quiet because like I actually started focusing on the drawing. Anyway. No, yeah. Saw a video, there's 6 different kinds of say-so. Ooh! I would like to actually, wait, can you share that? Can you share that in a creative, no, actually not creative discussion. We were having the discussion in general. Could you post that? If you know it doesn't have any cursing. Otherwise, just put up whatever content warnings, but I think that's an important video. I would be interested in it anyway. You pity kids at the internet these days. It's just such a lack of kid spaces. Yeah, I don't necessarily want to have an audience of kids because a lot of them can be trolls. If there are any kids in here right now that are in chat talking, like, as long as you're mature and you're understanding and you understand that this is a space that will sometimes talk about heavier topics, 13 plus, I'm gonna talk about it in a way that I hope is easier for everyone to like handle and be comfortable with, because you know that's the kind of space I want to protect, right? But I do want to be able to talk about heavier things, and that's one of the only reasons I don't know if I fully consider myself like family quote-unquote friendly. Just because this is the internet, you should probably be over 13. Just some of the character designs in the games I like to play. I also wish that sexualization of characters wasn't so common in video games, but again, that kind of stuff gets attention, so it helps with marketing, and so it's done a lot. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, just put like content warnings on it. As long as it's educational at its core, then it's fine. And move this R. I think I know what I want to do. out. Sorry, I locked in again. Anyway, back to the point at hand. Visibility is just really hard, especially as somebody who's a safe for work person, because I can't just post a picture of some sexual body part and get likes. Like, no, I make content that actually means something. I think it through. I try and make a clever joke or have something meaningful behind it, right? And then I post something. I don't just yeah, I don't like that. But because I can't just post brainless, and I say can't because it's an active choice, it's not what I want to do. Because I can't post brain rot, or because I can't post lewd or not safe for work things, it makes my job a lot harder, because I feel like I don't know what people want. Do they really want that stuff? And even if they did want that stuff, I'm not going to entertain that. But is that what my competition is? And if so, how do I compete with that? How do I make people value quality work and thoughtfulness over something that's easily digestible and maybe more provocative in terms of like the impact it has just immediately, the instant gratification idea, I guess. But anyway, I just don't know. Wait, is this the bottom of the bean? Is right here. So like, oops. Yep. And then the leg would go in here. Right? No, something about that looks wrong. Maybe? One leg is definitely in front of the other. Oh man, I can't tell what's wrong with it. Let me just draw the other hand for now. Anyway. I'm gonna study while lurking. Alright, good luck studying! Go over and double check. Okay. No vain posts. Yeah, yeah. Is there VTuber awards I could compete for? Maybe. I've seen it like a small one, like small content creator awards thing. I don't know who nominated me. I'm pretty sure I think I know who it was, but I'm not 100% sure. But I got nominated for it. But honestly, it's kind of just a wall of names. And it's not really helpful. Like, I appreciate being recognized, and whoever put me in, I like thank them for recognizing me. But at the same time, it's just like, it's just a name. It doesn't show anything about what I did. It doesn't draw any special attention to me in particular. So like, it's nice, but ultimately not helpful. I don't want to like sound like I'm unappreciative of it, because, you know, it was a nice gesture. But unless it can actively say exactly what I'm doing, it's hard. It's hard. It's just hard. Is that how do you draw legs? Do they go up that high? Maybe that's why. Because this is a little awkward. There's a wholesome category, yeah, but unless they like showcase clips or say something about what kind of content, it's just like, name, go! And the people who know, you know, you know. But if they're a small creator, odds are that crowd is not a lot of people. And although we love and appreciate the group of people who do know, I feel like the part of the point of recognition is being able to share that with as many people as possible, so that way more eyes can go on work that deserves that recognition. You know what I mean? If you're like, this person's awesome, okay, cool, why? And if you don't give them the why or the reasoning, then they have no reason to care. So yeah, anyway, that's my thoughts on that. Girl, everything's so hard. Okay, the legs are pretty messed up. I don't like them. That one looks really nice. What was this other one? Maybe I should go like this. I keep ending up drawing the torso literally just like this, and the legs are facing forward, and it's not very interesting. I really want to try and get it on the side, but I don't know how. I don't have enough skill yet. I'll take a sip of water. Anyway, back to the original point. I struggle a lot with visibility just because between the algorithm, not pushing things after I work really hard, or people I work with have worked really hard to make things, and then nobody sees it because they don't push it. And then also just because of what categories I'm in and what I'm comfortable with and what I'm not comfortable with, what I will work with, what I don't work with, it just makes it very difficult to network and be seen because I'm competing with everything else. And it's really frustrating when, quote unquote, everything else, a majority of it feels like just brain rot, or they don't really care as much. Because honestly, the whole point, I thought, was to make something meaningful, and just a lot of the stuff I see feels so hollow. I'm like, what is going on here? Why is there interaction? Why is there loyalty? I don't know why. Yeah. Don't get bummed. It'll mess with you. It is messing with me. It is messing with me a bit. Just because between having done this for 2 years now, and I'm not seeing the progress I want to see. Like I said, I would consider this a hobby, although I do treat it like a job, but I don't want it to be a hobby. I want it to be a job because I really enjoy doing it. And the frustrating part is like, despite how hard I work, I'm just not where I want to be or need to be in order to be having like that. So it's just very difficult not to get frustrated, especially with the parents breathing down my neck about like, get a job, this isn't gonna work. So yeah, I know it's probably not gonna work off the bat, but like, I still need to grow somewhat consistently in order to get there. Forget how much it is you need to earn per month to be able to live just like a normal life, but it's just way above. I know it's way above what I am capable of bringing in as of the moment, and that's what's really frustrating to me. Is I'm doing all this work, I don't understand why I'm not seeing the growth that would match what I would expect from all of the effort I'm putting in. Especially when I see people who in my eyes, look like they're putting in less effort but getting higher results. Like, I don't understand it. Very frustrating. Maybe this shape is better? I'm trying to figure out how to draw the legs. Yeah, I feel like at this point, something going viral would help. Because if lots of people see the clip, hopefully, like, they'll come over to Twitch, right? I'm assuming people mostly find me other platforms, probably just YouTube. A couple people have come over from Hyper even in recent times. I see you guys. Whenever I hang out there on live, but ultimately if I'm trying to get something like big numbers kind of significant that would like increase revenue and help me get to where I need to go, that's probably gonna be from a YouTube short making some huge dent. Unfortunately, even after like our number one clip hit like 10,000 views, just because somebody views something doesn't mean they care enough to go all the way over. Like, I might get a couple people to come, but unless that number is really big where a lot of people are seeing that clip, you know, only a small percentage of those people are actually gonna show up for like a live stream, because the environment of shorts is very different from the environment of Twitch, right? You go to shorts, why? You want something quick and funny. Twitch is not quick and funny. It's an interactive in real time kind of thing, which is good because you get to talk in real time. It's really cool. But the problem is, when you have it like that, there's not going to be something always happening. YouTube is like cut, polished, and perfected, whereas like live streams, like whatever goes on kind of thing. And I feel like trying to bring people from that kind of environment over to Twitch is sometimes really difficult. Because it's like, I don't want to watch this like boring stuff for how many hours? Nah, I'm not interested. So yeah. Have I considered multi-streaming? I've streamed on YouTube a couple times, but I didn't really notice any significant difference in terms of how many people were able to see my streams. YouTube's moderation tools and integrations are also very underdeveloped. So like for my mods, I know their job is a lot more difficult on YouTube, for instance, because YouTube's not very good about supporting their live streamers. They're a video recording platform. They're not really built for lives, I don't feel like, as much. Like, yes, there are people who are successful who do live streams on Twitch. Not Twitch, on YouTube. However, even like when it comes down to monetization, they don't care how many viewers you have on a live. They care how many people watch the VOD after you stream. What? So like it's hard because nobody wants to be supportive of like the one thing that you need to be quote unquote successful, in a sense that you can live off of what you do. Streaming schedule might be playing a factor. Oh yeah, I know I stream late, but I figure like the world is out there, so I don't know if I have checked my statistics, and although a lot of my viewers are here in the US, I know there's plenty of people who are not from the US hanging around. So there's that as well. But generally, I've been afraid of having to watch two chats, moderate two chats. It's a lot to set up. I've already had issues, like even just streaming. Literally, I am on a stupid simple drawing program. I'm not using any special tools. The canvas isn't especially large. Yes, it's 1,000 by 1,000, but like this is a tanky computer. I'm still having trouble with like frame lagging because something somewhere is not working. And so like I feel like the more stuff I add to the mix, just the harder I make everything to figure out what's wrong. Short attention span, absolutely. Yep. It's noon in Asia, so most people are either at work or school. That makes sense. Yeah. It started off at this time, first of all, because it's late enough that nobody bothers me. But second of all, because it's kind of the only time I've been able to stream, period. During the day, it's kind of a hassle to try and get home on time even. Like, and I'll take an hour to prep, and I end up usually starting prep at 9 and being as late as you know, like freaking 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning when I was supposed to start at 10. So it's hard. And I don't like it when it eats too far into my sleep, but it's like, for as long as I'm out of a job, it's not too bad, because I'll just sleep in and catch up on whatever I need to catch up on, because I don't want to be sleep deprived. That's bad. I'm not sleep deprived. I get the hours in. It just struggle to have my own space. Because during the day, my mom will be like, call my real name up. I'm like, I'm on call, conference call, with someone I'm interviewing to become an editor or something like that. And she'd be like, okay, can you take out the trash? I'm like, I'm sorry, can you please wait? I have to go take out the trash. I'm sorry. You know? So anyway, it's just rough. And I really appreciate, thank you, Circuit. You should probably go to sleep though, yeah. It's mid-evening, yeah. I feel like for the coast, I start stream at like, 7 o'clock for the West Coast. So it really depends on where you, like, yeah, you're right. That the time does play a factor, but that hopefully shouldn't mean I don't have people who are able to watch, just because, you know, where it's day, one place, it's night in another, so maybe I'll catch somebody somewhere. But honestly, for Twitch or streaming in general, I haven't really looked into what the best hours are, because I just do what I can. It's been that way for a while. It's also 10, which is like my number, so I like it a lot like that too. It's easy to remember. Oh, and plus, because nobody streams exactly the same time as I do, I hope that VTubers like around my size or maybe even bigger than me will like invite me for like a collaboration or an interview or something like that. Like, I've collaborated a lot of times with people who are a lot smaller than me, and I don't mind, because like if they're fun people, and I want to like play with them and get to know them. But I really want to find people who have the same level of like professional, and who are willing to be say-so, and that's like a really hard combo. I don't think I've found anyone who is like already default like say-so, who I can like stream with. Yeah. Okay. I fixed the legs. Oh, I should fix the arm, because that's gotta... Wait. How do I draw hands? Let's see. I'm trying to draw the golf club. Let me just make a little different. Hold on. And the head is still messed up. I know. Oof. Are you talking about chat? Circuit? Getting into trends like playing the most popular game? Oh, a lot of the time the most popular game will be super expensive. Like, I think it's Monster Hunter Wilds is the big one right now, and that's a really expensive game. And then it was like Black Myth Wukong. And problem with new games also is that sometimes I don't understand what the content is going to be like. Like, I really eventually want to play Death's Door, right? Because Circuit has talked about the game a lot, and I'm really excited to try it one time. And I'd actually like to stream it because it looks really cute. However, there is a single curse word, and I like want to make sure I time like an overlay or something fast enough to be able to cover it because I don't want to see that on stream. But like it's just stupid stuff like that can like make it really awkward for me. Cause I'll say in PG and then like something I wasn't expecting happens and suddenly a curse word flashes across my screen. Like, well, damn, okay. So anyway, play it more if not for the fact it doesn't have that much replay value. Ah. Yeah, it used the one curse word for the PG. So anyway, yeah, I don't know about it, but it's a good idea to try new games that are trending. I just hope it doesn't look like I'm like just following the crowd for the sake of following the crowd, or playing a game that I don't actually like, or just ending up playing a game that I don't actually just because it's popular. And oh my god, some of them are just like also all horror or something. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna try it one of these days when one of the games actually looks interesting and playable for me on the stream. Wait, what's free at the minute? Loose? Who is Loose? That's my thoughts. Let's make the... No, I should make it face this way a little bit more. And that is top of the leg going here. Yes, and then the bottom of the leg goes there. I should probably just have drawn out where the leg is supposed to go first. I gotta restudy how to do knees because that does not look like a right. Does not look like a good knee. Vatican's an anime character. Yellow raincoat. Let me take a look. Loose. Wait, she looks so cute. Friends. This is the first time I've seen this. Official mascot of what? The Catholic Church? Huh? What? What? Wait, that's crazy. Oh, they don't need a mascot. What are you trying to do? Market religion, bro? What? Nah. Anyway. My thought is, it looks like a marketing tool, and if Catholicism has gotten to the point of you need an anime girl to get the attention of the younger generations, like, something's not... No. Why does this look so bad? It's not where I want the foot to go. I'm gonna figure out the direction. I want it to be Here? Yeah. No. Oh, it should be this way. Yeah, because the weight is here. And then this one can be, instead of out like that, I can make it go. And instead of having the foot here, have it rest like here. And the foot will be here, right? Oops. Like that? Merch sales means more money? Yep. And do that. It's too big. I'm probably not gonna finish this. Aww. I wanted to, you know what, I'm just gonna do a quick sketch as soon as I can get the basic stuff down. Let's clean up a little bit. Oh wait a second. Loose. Wait, you're so right. What? Wait. Why would they name her Loose? Yeah, wait, that doesn't make any sense. Somebody did not think that through. Oh god. I mean Barbados, but you know, yeah, just to specify. Loose. Loose is light in Italian. No. It might be. I'm not denying that actually, but like, no. Oh, goodness gracious. See, that's not marketing done right. Because if you're able to make that kind of connection that strongly, that fast, like, it's not good. The heel should not pop out that much. Because the foot is here. Nope. It's here. It's the bone of the bottom of the foot. Yeah. And then this, it should not be that high. Nope, that should be higher. Yep. Okay. I think that's what my problem is actually. I think I solved the problem. I always draw like the bottom of feet like this to try and draw, but it always ends up looking weird because like that's supposed to be the toe, but like no, like they need to be like a box. And they shouldn't be that high. Like, that looks better. A little bit. It's a little too boxed, but it's better. Foot. I don't know how to draw feet, so, like, pardon me, I'm learning. Anywho. Loose being a streamer and a Catholic icon would be crazy. There was a what now? Tony Tiger Angry Birds VTubers? Huh? Yeah, if I can't read into Loose's channel, like, it's over, guys. I really don't like talking too much about like religion unless it's related to philosophy, because I feel like there's too much money in it, and it has some good principles, but ultimately I believe it was probably designed as a method of like or at least the adaptations that happened, especially in like medieval Europe. Like, it all boiled down to, can you pay to get your sins absolved? All these fancy people are going to be reading from these books in Latin that nobody else can understand, so you should listen to them because they sound smart and educated. They know what they're talking about. You shouldn't defy them, kind of thing. I really like the ideas that it instills in terms of, like, be good to your neighbor. If you're having trouble, like, remember that God has a plan or something like that, because it's a sign of, like, comfort. But I think it's better as a philosophy, not an institution. Then again, it's very difficult to teach people about it if there isn't an institution, but I feel like the institution has gone places that it should not be. I think I should just make this the way it should be. Yeah. I like that shoulder how it is. I don't like how round this one is. I like them to be sharp. Nah, it doesn't look right. Take the edge off here. It's better. Ugh. Anyway, I know what I said some people might disagree with, so, like, don't take it personally, especially if you're religious. But that's just what I've grown up with. I was told to go to church, and, like, I don't want to say I was forced, but I didn't have much of a choice. So I have very cynical views about it. But the whole mascot thing, it just does not sit well with me as, like, something if they're actually, if it was a gag joke kind of thing, like, it'd be fine. But if they're actually, like, serious about it, then that's not okay. Because that's just marketing. That's not what religion is supposed to be. Yeah. Again, I'm all for the philosophy of it. Just the institution just needs to implement it correctly. Yeah. So hopefully that clarifies for anyone who might have been offended. And bye, Deadpool! Thank you. Don't think you're wrong. The best version of Christianity is in its inception when they had no institutional power, relied purely on belief. Exactly. Yep, that's what my deduction was. Because learning about it, when you have laws and you're like, okay, please follow the laws, people are not going to follow the laws. So if you have this idea of an entity that can always watch them, can always judge them, and can make them suffer if they do the wrong thing, like, hey, you have order. Because whether or not these afterlife ideas exist or not, like, you won't find out until you're dead, right? So there's that first. And second, when you're in, like, a time where, like, you don't have access to centralized information, it just makes it very difficult to understand what's truth. In this age, I think we're approaching a point where it's very difficult to tell what's information and what's misinformation, because, back to the algorithms, I feel like it's down to whatever the algorithm arbitrates as truth. And when I say the algorithm, I'm not talking about AI or anything like that. I'm talking about the people who made the thing that determines how it pushes certain media. So, taking X for example, it suppresses posts that has links. Any post that has a link, it gets suppressed. And you know why? Pretty obvious answer. They don't want you to go to other platforms. They want you to keep scrolling on Twitter. But it's an example of one way, and there are many other ways it can be used, right? If you teach your algorithm, hey, I don't want to see anybody who curses. I don't want their posts to get pushed. Now, maybe that sounds okay, because it's like, yeah, cursing's bad, but at the same time, like, which specific demographics might that affect as compared to others, right? Certain age groups might get suppressed more than others, certain races, or whatever it is, right? And what's considered a bad word can also be, you know, established by that system, because what if certain controversial issues are labeled as, like, bad words or bad topics you don't want your algorithm to show them? Like, you know, it can arbitrate the truth. So depending on what platform you are on, whoever the developer is, whatever their beliefs are, those are going to be established and pushed as they see fit by that algorithm. So it's so hard to determine what is truth, what is opinion sometimes. And just trying to follow the money can be really difficult too. It's just like, oh, we published a study that says X, Y, and Z about the environment. It's like, okay, cool. Who funded your study, by the way? Oh, a company that would not like to see regulations put on these environmental protection things. Like, great. Yeah. It's hard. Anyone watching American politics right now also probably knows that we're dealing with a lot of misinformation and trying to get a clear head of anything that's going on is really hard. And I don't say this from one side, I mean it for both sides, quote unquote. The polarization is crazy. I like it when we can have a discussion, like an actual discussion, not just be yelling at each other. And honestly, all the either yes you're with us or no you're not with us kind of mentality is also so bad, because we'll never make progress that way. Everybody thinks differently, and if one quote side is trying to block another quote side from doing things just because it's not exactly what they want, or just because they're not them, like it just like it becomes so petty, and it's literally like the country's future on the line, because we can't agree over what is fact. Something's wrong with this, and I don't know why. That doesn't look right. I think I need to move this over a bit. Is the torso? Maybe like that. I wanted to make it look like she was like stopping, kind of. That's too much though. I would say it's not so much a decision that I want to talk about here, but like just you have to look at everything. If you stay in your bubble, like the way algorithms are working nowadays, people get so caught up in their bubble that that's all they hear, and it hurts because, you know, social media wants you to feel comfortable and keep looking at the stuff there. And sometimes they want you to feel uncomfortable, but only when that means that they're going to get interaction out of you, right? So that's just hard. It's too much. Crud. Anyway, I've moved past content creator stuff, it seems, and I'm going into territory I don't know if I want to discuss in a sleepy-headed state, because I know it's like a sensitive topic. But as I always say, just do your homework. Try and acknowledge as much as you can about whatever you're looking at. the both sides of it, just because people from every perspective is going to tell you something different, and every perspective that's telling you something is going to tell you something based on what they kind of want you to understand, so you can agree with them, because they want you to agree with them. Everyone wants you to agree with them, right? If we agree, then we don't have problems. We all like each other, right? But everyone's gonna have their own biases. And this is why it's so important for news sources to not insert their own opinion, because you give people the facts. And if you give people the facts, you give them the power to make a decision for themselves by trying to manipulate information and presenting only certain ones as opposed to presenting all of it, or presenting it in a certain way that like demonizes it or makes it less severe, or even like angelicifies it. Like, I don't want to say it, like, the opposite of demonizing something. Like, people are gonna play up information that's gonna help them, so you hopefully like see that, you're like, yo, wait, that makes a lot of sense. So like, just be aware of biases. And I'm not saying this is something only one side does. Everybody does this. Everybody. So just be aware. Just be aware. Do your research. And this isn't just for people in the US. I mean for literally anything. Just make sure whenever you hear stuff that you consider who the person saying it is, what their intentions are for saying it the way that they're saying it, right? And look at more than one source. Because if you look at one source, it's going to be one perspective, and that perspective could very easily, especially in this day and age, be very biased and only want to present information that will lead you to think one certain way. And you guys should be smart, capable human beings. You guys can make your own decisions, but you need to be informed to make your decisions. Otherwise, it's like, who's better, A or B? Guys, vote A or B! Like, who the hell is A? Who the hell is B? Like, what am I voting for exactly, you know? And that's not just with voting or politics or anything like that. Just in terms of like anything in general. You can't make a decision on something until you understand what it is. Can you promise me something? It depends on what you want me to promise, right? So just knowing the facts first. Yeah. And outline this. I didn't offend anyone, by the way, right? Because I don't wanna like cause drama or anything. I just want everyone to be educated and aware. And I know it's hard having to check multiple sources. So, oh man, the ads are going on. Okay. Let's tighten up here. I made it flat again. I somehow made it flat again. I can't believe this. Don't need this. Nope, I need that line. Go. Time to start drawing my sweater! You guys can see what my outfit of the day I was so proud of. Anyway, just to reiterate what I think was mostly absolutely dunked on by ads. I hope I didn't offend anyone with all the just political awareness and general awareness, or maybe boring, like, please stop lecturing us about being aware. But it's really important, and make sure you guys stay aware so you can make informed decisions on whatever it is, be it politics or something in your life. Get the facts, make your own opinion, don't look at others for opinions, unless you just like want to know what they think. But when forming your own opinion, just don't take somebody else's just because. Like actually do the research yourself. Or maybe not even have to do the research yourself, but like just understand that like people are going to have their own perspectives, and so they're going to skew information however they see fit. So just take everything not like fact-wise. Hopefully facts should be facts, but take any like information with a grain of salt, so that way, you know, you can not get fooled into just adhering to somebody else's thinking just because they said something along the lines of, oh, this is probably a fact, but I'll only mention this stuff and not the other stuff because it doesn't fit with my vision and I don't want them to believe the other thing. Like, you gotta look at everything so you can decide for yourself. Yeah. I'll stop now. It's just important. I want to finish the sweater. What content? Big idea? Big idea. Oh, I have so many ideas. I just don't have enough money to fund any of them. I don't have a job. I don't know what to do with the content creation because everything that I make, no matter how high the quality, doesn't seem to stick. And that's back on the content creator struggle. Yeah, the shoulders are not wide enough, or that looks too wide. I had cute boots on today. They had like fluff on the top, and then over here, it's so hard to see. Wait, that actually looks like a pretty decent foot. I just need to make it look more like a boot instead of a foot. Like that's the front of the foot. I don't know how to like make some of it look like it's okay to be arched and the rest of it not. Oh wait, that works. I'll have to do some study later. Any plans for December content? Absolutely. As soon as I can get an environment working, I was thinking of releasing my first cover, but I had a lot of things that I wanted to prep for it to make it a big thing, because I want it to be a big thing. But as such, it's been delayed for months because of birthday things that came up, and that needed to be addressed first. So that's been put on hold for quite a while. But I also just need to practice singing. Winter break in December is also when a lot of my friends are gonna be off. So hopefully we can pick back up with Undertale and finish that, because I'm really excited. I'm like all the way at the end. So that would be nice. That would be really, really nice to go through. So that's hopefully a plan. I wanted to start working on the development of the Pocket Labyrinth game that I've had on the back burner for like a year-ish. It's been a while. So I don't really, I got stuck on a writing block the last time I was on it, so maybe if I revisit it, I can get over it. This like is really long. It's too long. And the boot starts like here. Hey! And then baggy sleeve. One more baggy sleeve after I draw the cuff. Anyway, I don't know how many people were actually curious to hear about the struggles I've been, like, really thinking about lately. But I'm rather tired, so I'm, like, afraid it'll be a ramble. Thank you, Magnetamon. But yeah, that's a lot of the thoughts I've been thinking about. Like, there's a lot of stuff happening in the country that I'm in right now, right? It's the US, so like anyone who watches things related to the US probably heard about it. And like I'm a little scared because of all the stuff that's going on. Like, I honestly wonder like how my rights are gonna maybe change and stuff like that. Just really worried. And then on top of that, I'm just struggling with getting an income. And the one thing that I love doing, and I have been doing, and I'm not ever gonna give up on it, just doesn't really give back as much as I would hope for how much I put into it. And I'm gonna keep working at it despite it, because I think it's important, because if I stop, then there's no shot, right? You gotta actually hit the ball and try and score if you intend to score at all, because if you don't shoot it, you don't give yourself that chance to begin with, right? So you shoot your shot. If you fail, you hopefully get another ball and another go. Sometimes you don't, but you do what you can. Do the other boot here. That doesn't look great. It's not the right angle. Okay, that works. Oops. And the heel. And then stuff in front. And now it's just sideways. Crud. Hi, Kamikaze! Yes, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Thank you, Bata. That is the original quote. My reasoning is definitely stolen from. Man, drawing feet that aren't just like that, or just like I can kind of draw feet from the side, but drawing them any other way is really hard. Like even trying to do the front facing one, like I really struggle. Is like that good? I feel like it's too short. Yeah, I don't know how to draw feet. I'm working on it. day has been good. I was actually kind of worried. Yeah. I'm sorry to worry anybody who's worrying. I'm just really frustrated. Because I'm like, there's a lot. So it's not the most fun to have to worry about between actor strikes and media platform changes in ways that I feel infringe on rights and respective artists. Like, there's just so much going on top of me just not being able to get a job, or me not being able to earn enough off of VTubing to even sustain itself. It's coming out of, again, the pocket of somebody who does not have an income, hoping that this can become an income, but it cannot, because even with how hard I work, it just doesn't seem to stick. It doesn't seem that, like, the algorithm is willing to show it. Even if swipe rates are good, it shuts it down. Even if, like, people immediately see it, because there are some kind people in the Discord that always go and look at the video and they'll leave a like or something, so the algorithm knows this is good stuff, we should show it to other people. But I'm really far from where I want to be, and that's frustrating on top of it. It's just like a lot of frustration. And I'm not gonna quit or anything, but it's been something that's been on my mind for a while, considering I've been at this for about 2 years, right? And maybe that's not a lot compared to what other people have maybe experienced, but I just want it to work, and I'm putting in the effort, and I just need to make it work. Super excited for the labyrinth. Yay! We made some really inefficient progress. Inefficient. Well, I mean, I know it's been slow, but I think the talks that we have had have been pretty productive. Just gotta actually sit down and start working on it again. This is what the outfit looked like. Had some nice long sweater arms with patches on the elbows. Little logo here. I don't even know what the logo is, so I just made it that. Do these little things at the top of my ears. Oh, that scared the heck out of me. Griffin! He's gonna start yelling, trying to get into my room. He knows I'm here. Get the fudge. Here. And then I gotta do these long ones. Is it? Yeah. They're the long ones that go here. And then longer ones that go a little bit further down. And that's too thick. Then braids. Oops. Here. And the face target thing is no longer useful because I completely ignored it. Okay, wait, there's a lot going on in chat. Hold on, I'm sorry guys, let me catch up. Thank you for being patient with me. Front facing seems like it would depend on shading. That's true, that's true. Trying to shade a foot from the front, you probably do need to do shading for it to make more sense. Your sister's in the writing field? Oh yeah, yeah. Like honestly, I feel like in terms of difficulty of creating content, writing is the most accessible because all you need is a pen and pencil or a keyboard, and you don't need to worry about, like, I guess it's a different type of skill, but I feel like it's a more accessible skill given like it's just basic English, but of course plus like creativity because it always matters as well, but text and language is the first thing that really came under fire. Like, why would you hire somebody to write a newspaper or a story or something if you can just generate it in 5 seconds? Like, you don't get anything new that way. And whose work are you drawing on to generate that new stuff? And did you ask that person if you could do that? And do you really want something that's unoriginal? Because you're just, you know, using something that's already been done. It's not new. Anyway. Websites exist to make money, not lift people up. Yeah, unfortunately. And, like, I get it. Everybody has to take care of themselves. Like, here I am. Like, I don't want anyone to have to worry about me monetarily. But I'm being honest here. Like, I'm fine. My parents will take care of me if I really need the help. So I'm not like, I'm gonna die or anything like that. But it just really sucks not being able to go out like a normal person because I don't have money to go out, or not being able to buy the things that I want to do. Buying the things I want to buy, whether it's for stream, whether it's being able to say, I got the bill at the table, you know, when you're out with friends. I can't do any of that until I have spending money. So, like, even me, like, I'm trying to make money off of what I'm doing, and with the websites, I would assume it's no different. It's just how insidious some methods are really gets on my nerves. And when you already have a decent amount, right, and you're making a fantastic business, if you get greedy and you take more than what your share should be, like, that needs to stop. It really needs to stop. It's just ridiculous. Because, like, if you just keep abusing the people who help you create things, then what's the point? Like, that's messed up. Please don't. There's one aspect of progress you've done. Oh, okay. Well, good to hear there's progress. Also, hi, Paul. Sorry it took me a bit to get to greet you, but hi. You make friends with plans to go somewhere where you don't pay. Problem is like, all my friends, or most of my friends, can drive. So a lot of the time we're going to a place that involves driving. And even if the place itself doesn't involve driving for one of us, we all live pretty far away. So somebody's got to take the bus, or I'm walking. And I'm sorry, but like, some of these things are not walkable desired locations. I don't want to be walking for 3 hours each way. Thank you very much. But yeah. So I have to like pay to take the bus. Or even if you are getting like a drive, you should help your friends pay for gas because it requires gas. Or you know, you need to pay that bus fare. So again, it boils down to me having enough money to go out and do things. And when you're out, are you whipping out a packed lunch, or are you going to the restaurant with your friends? And again, I really like being that person who's like, give me the check. Give it to me now. Yeah. And I just can't do that. I don't like it. Anyway. Bicycle, my garage, I have a garage, is super full of old stuff. It is a nightmare trying to get anything in and out of there, and that's where the bicycles are. I'm also severely out of shape, because exercise is a difficult thing to keep me motivated to do. Actually, like, if you submit a push-up per DM right now, right, I'm just gonna refund you. I'm too tired. I had a long day. I already got my exercise today. I got little calluses building up. Not very big at all. Very light from just hitting the ball today. We should just fly. Oh yeah, private jets. All of the energy wasted. I'm not gonna bother trying to draw actual hands because I'm too lazy. I don't think golf clubs are actually that. I forgot how they look. They got like this thing. That, sorta, kinda, maybe. And they got like a little handle here. Boop. Nothing on the end. There we go. Yeah. You guys can save your marbles. Save your marbles. I don't want to do it. I don't like physical exercise. I know it's good for me, but like, because I can't go out most of the time, that's like, walking is a big one that's really easy. And it's something if I'm sitting home, I don't do a lot. Like, sometimes I'll jam out and I'll try and like do some dance. I'll turn on the music in the middle of cleaning my room and get distracted, dance around a little bit, get some exercise that way. But largely, in order to do the things that I want to do or need to do for VTubing, I kind of need to be sitting at the computer, and I don't like getting back up because for me, just the physical exercise is not very rewarding, even though I know it's important. And the thumb isn't back. There we go. And golf balls are pretty big. Should be a little bigger. Yeah, we draw the golf ball first. Yeah. And the rest of the finger is just going to be bent behind. That doesn't look right. Hold on. That's because it's the wrong way. That would be the other hand. Okay, I understand. Go here. Nope. Hey. Yep, that looks terrible. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so middle finger. No, wait, that's pointer finger. This is middle finger, ring finger, pinky. That's the correct orientation. It still doesn't look great, but I am too tired to fix it. It's good enough. Oh, thank you for the heart, Paul. You love walking in your city? Super what? I don't know what that is. Do sit-ups? No. My core is actually not that bad. I'm good core-wise, but that's strenuous, so it's not it's whatever. Staying conscious burns 1,000 calories. Yo, I've been killing it today, guys. Consciousness is actually crazy though. All these little electrical impulses in your brain give you the capability to feel and think and do. It's wacky. The hand goes over here. Nope. Make sure it feels long enough. Yeah, the pinky can be a little different. Just gonna make sure it makes sense. Fortunate you live in a city with public transport everywhere. Ah, man, you have to move. Dang it, dang it, dang it. I'm sorry about the move. Enjoy it as much as you can. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 fingers. 6-finger man who killed my father, prepared to die. But we're not. We got less than 6 fingers. That's good. Okay. Let me move this down. Yeah, that's pretty much the fit. Just clean up the hair a little bit, and I call it a night. I'm very happy I got to draw for a bit. I'm sorry I'm late, but not sorry I'm late. I got to eat ice cream and try out a new drink with Fel from the photo at home. I was like, I needed that. It was a long day. So that was really nice. But then we had to wait like 20 more minutes for the bus because the buses, they don't come very often at like, 10 o'clock at night. So yeah, we had to wait for the bus for a bit. Yeah, I did, and I am. You're so right, Wako. Freakatron 9000. Welcome on into the Hightiller Circle. Thank you for the follow. How are you? If you feel comfy, how'd you find me? That's one of the things that like I'm trying to figure out, because like the algorithm on YouTube has not been pushing my shorts, and I'm like, I put them out so people can find me and come to stream, and then like it shows it to like the 14 people. I was like, thanks YouTube. Potato only worked like 2 or 3 hours and made how many revisions because I asked. I actually don't know how much time roughly it takes for him to make a short, but it's more minutes than there are views in the first hour, 99% of the time. Anyway, make more fluff. There we go, that's a little better. And yeah, this is a golf ball. This is a driver. Effort, effort, effort. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll just keep waiting and hope everything works out in the meantime. Because I honestly just don't know what I'm gonna do if it doesn't. Okay, ready for the fast color. I don't like this brush, hold on. No. No, 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 no. Rough wash? No, don't give me those options. Rough wash? Yeah, that works. I am such a silly goose. You know what I forgot? One of the best parts. I don't know how to do it here. Maybe it look better on the other side? No, it doesn't match the... There's like a flow to it, I feel like, and it feels like it should be on this side. It's too far down. That's good. I like that. We'll do that. No more changes. Like before I go with the color, I always realize like, oh crap, the tail is missing. Man, I gotta figure out how to put it in there. And when I don't plan for it, sometimes it's hard to fit it in later, but thankfully this time, it seems pretty solid. Yes, floof for the win. We love floof. Why is this like this? Come on, be nice. Let's go in a straight line. Okay, it's not exactly a straight line, but floof a poof. Let me get the orange again. Grab the orange. Go to the paintbrush. Paintbrush. Thank you. Orange. And then for the shirt, mine's actually orange, but for painting, she's gonna have a teal one because I think it looks cooler. Yeah. Get these at the bottom here. And then for pants color and elbows, got the black color. And the winter boots. They will also be teal. Yes. And then add some skin color. Just quick. Just so we have a nice completed piece. Yes. 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 And let me change the background color to something a little bit more. No, it should be more beige. Maybe darker like this. No, that doesn't look right. It needs to be a lighter color, but I don't want it to be like this beige color. It blends in too much with the skin. Probably gonna leave it. Doesn't look right otherwise. It's okay. And the white. Whoops. There we go. Put that on the ball. Tip of the tail. And hair tips. There we go. Oh, also fluff. Not really gonna register, but it's okay. Cool. I do copy paste. Do this. Multiply. That doesn't look very nice. Let me change the color of this to. Would be a nice color, maybe blue. Make it more saturated. Wow, that's wacky. Let me figure out a color that works better. Blue instead of like purple. No, maybe the teal would work better. The teal lining or the orange lining. Let me try the orange lining. Wait, that's really nice. I put it at like 90. Nice and soft. There we go. I like that enough. I think that is good for today. Oh, thank you, Joy. Hi. And I can just move this over. What happens if I remove this? Yeah, it looks better like that. Oh, wait, cred. Yeah, it looks better with it on, I think. Yeah. Yeah. There it is. I'll sign it, I guess. Don't really need to because it's my own, but I gotta practice, right? That doesn't look right. Yay! That's a pretty nice signature. I don't usually get it on like the second try. That's nice. Yes. Grah! There we go. I still have this outfit on. I was too lazy to change before stream. But there it is! I played golf today! First time holding a driver! Yippee! I didn't record like the furthest distance I got it, but it was pretty cool to like hit it really hard. But yeah. Alright guys, so I'm super duper uber tired. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming to stream. And for those of you who sat through or talked to me during my little ramble, I say little ramble, but it's really important. A couple of things that I've been really thinking about. If anybody has any tips, advice, ideas on just trying to make my content reach more people, be more suitable for more audiences, while trying to maintain everything that I really hold important. If anyone's got any ideas or if anyone's got any connections, I'm gonna try my best to grow so I can worry less about finances and more about just doing the cool part. But yeah, as always, you guys are awesome, so thank you for being here. I will see you guys on Tuesday. I gotta work on a Genshin banner for the Nahita's birthday, the Splatters festival. So I hope you guys will come for that, because that one's gonna be a really pretty event. But yeah. Alright guys, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna go eat. Anyone who's late, go eat. I love you guys. Next stream is, yes, it's Tuesday. 10 o'clock EST, 9 o'clock CST, 8 o'clock MST, and then 7 o'clock PST. PMs. I'll see you guys there. But in the meantime, stay awesome and purvey the positive chaos. Bye.